Well, if you're anything like me, you have a bunch of these hanging around and nothing to play it with anymore, and it's about time to upgrade to the 21st century and digitize all these tapes, and that's why I decided to grab this right here off of Amazon, which is a cassette player, but it also converts those cassette tapes into a digital format using an SD card. So here's what you get right out of the box. Of course, you're going to get the machine right here, which will have everything you need. Of course, you can put in your tapes right here, upside down, right in it goes. There you go. It also has an SD card slot, which is located right there. Now, that is a micro SD card, and in order to make sure that can transfer to a computer, they also include this right here, which is a USB. Now, with this USB on the back side of it, this opens up here on the back. You slide the micro SD card into the USB and then plug it into a computer. Now, if you don't have a computer that has a USB, a lot of the new computers actually don't include USB anymore, believe it or not. There is another adapter you can get. You can get a micro SD card adapter, and that you can get from SanDisk. You can get from a lot of different places here on Amazon. And then what you do is you take out the micro SD card out of the cassette player when you're done recording, and you can then plug it into the adapter and then transfer it onto the computer, and that is what I have done. Last thing you get in the box is right here. You're going to get this cord, and what's very nice about that, this is a rechargeable battery, and I'll tell you, I tested it yesterday. You can actually have it plugged in while you're still digitizing all your cassette tapes. It doesn't need to be fully charged and unplugged in order to transfer. Now, let's talk about how this thing actually works. Here's this really tiny micro SD card, and you plug it right in here. Now, when you first get it, mine right out of the box actually had the micro SD card already inside the tape recorder, but if it is, for whatever reason, out, you just put it right in and push until you hear the click, and then it stays in there. Now, there is a headphone jack right here if you want to plug in headphones and monitor what's going on, but it also has a speaker right on the front. So when you start playing a cassette tape, it will let you know what is being played. You can turn up the volume, turn down the volume right up here at the top. But here's what's a little bit tricky about it. When you turn it on, it'll say hello, and then what it's going to do is it's going to notify you at the top that there is an SD card present right there. And what you're going to want to do is a couple things. You can go through and look at all the different files if you have any, simply by pressing the file icon on the tape recorder. You can see there's file number 2, file 3, file 4, file 5, and so on. If you have no tracks yet recorded in Digitize, it'll play what sounds like a bubbling or a rainy type of sound automatically, but that just lets you know that it's working, I guess. But whatever. In any case, that's what you would do. Now, in order to record, this is where it can get a little tricky, so let me walk you through this. Put your cassette tape in, close it, and then you're going to want to hit the play button on the very top of the audio recorder, because on the very top is where it controls the playback of the actual cassette tape. On the front side, that play button controls the SD card. So what we're going to want to do is hit the play button, and then I got some random stuff playing right here, but I'm going to hit the record button right down here on the front control and push and hold it. What you're going to see is it starts saying record right there. And what it's telling you is that it's recording onto the SD card. What is super nice about this is automatically going to organize all your different files as you start and stop. So you can say, okay, I'm going to let this play through. I'm going to stop, maybe fast forward a bit onto the cassette tape, and then play another song or play another audio file, whatever you have on your cassette tape, and it'll automatically organize all that for you. So when I'm done, let's say I'm done right now, all you would do is you hit the stop button at the very top of the cassette player. We hit stop. You can see that it will then go away and let you know that, hey, I'm done, I'm recorded, everything's fine. If you want to do the playback to see if it actually recorded correctly, just hit that file icon and hop to whatever track number it may be. If it's the very first track, that'll be the first thing that plays. I don't really worry about deleting or modifying until I get to the computer, but here's what would happen when you get to a computer. Now, I'm using a Mac computer, but as soon as I plug in the micro SD card, whether it's USB or the adapter that I was talking about, again, the adapter is sold separately, it'll pop up on your desktop, you open it up and check it out. It is arranged by track number, and then that is as easy as it gets. Now, you can take that and you can put it into an audio editor if you want. You can enhance the audio, you can cut out certain parts. Heck, you could actually record an entire cassette tape, make it all one singular track, and then go through later on in post-processing on your computer and cut up all the different sounds if you want to do that. It allows a lot of flexibility. I have had no problems with this at all. I so far have backed up a total of 10 cassette tapes since I purchased this. So certainly worth checking out, and I hope you enjoy backing up those precious memories of the past.